There are three things every professional needs to build a powerful personal brand for a successful career. Let me start by asking you something simple. Do you control how people perceive you, or do you leave that job to fate? Because whether you like it or not, you already have a personal brand. The real question is, are you building it or just living with it without being aware of its importance? There are a lot of theories about personal branding. Audience targeting, authenticity, visual identity, tone of voice, and many more. But today I want to keep it very simple, and I'll give you three practical things based on a real experience that you can start applying today, and you will feel a great difference in your professional life. Now, let's start by defining what is a personal brand. A brand is simply the perception people have of you. It's based on your experience, your expertise, your behavior, your actions, and your results. The important part to understand is that perception is human, it lives in other people's minds, and you will never fully control it. So, whether you like it or not, you already have a brand. The real dilemma is, do you want to shape it or leave it in the hands of others? Now, if you choose to take control, you need to start thinking seriously about one thing. And it might sound simple, it might even sound cliche, but it's extremely powerful. How you introduce yourself. This is the fastest way to influence how people see you. Most of us say something like, I work in marketing, I do consulting, I'm in IT, and things like that. But that says nothing. In reality, a strong introduction answers three things. Who are you? What do you do? And how do you help people? For example, in my case, I'm Vullnet Veliaj. My expertise is in digital marketing and branding, building websites, managing social media presence, and helping professionals position themselves better online. That leads to better opportunities for them, higher income, and more control over their careers. Simple, clear, and direct. But most people don't realize how impactful a self-introduction is. Instead, they tell the long story of their lives, speak in vague terms, or use professional jargon that no one will remember. I say, keep it under 1 minute. Don't try to sound overly smart or complex, but don't be too humble either. It's not bragging, it's just about clarity and self-respect. Take this seriously, and others will start to remember you better, will trust you more, and this trust will build your brand. Now, the second thing is something most professionals ignore, either because they overestimate it or underestimate it. Let's make one thing clear first. You need to exist where people are. And nowadays, people are mostly online. To present yourself with clarity and dignity online, you need a personal website. I know some say, who am I to have a personal website? I'm not a celebrity, I'm not a public figure, I'm not a company. But here's a challenge for you. Search your name on Google. Do the first results really represent who you are professionally? Most likely not, because you'll find random disorganized information, maybe old social posts or content that other people have mentioned you. That is what recruiters or potential collaborators will see when they become interested in you. And if you think about it, that's a mistake you are allowing to happen. Your personal website, on the other hand, is your property. It's your space, it's your story, your structure, and your colors. It's an asset that grows in value, works for you 24/7, and moves with you anywhere in the world, in any company you join. Most people build everything on social media, and that's fine, you should have social media, but Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, they don't belong to you. They can change algorithms, limit your reach, block your account, control your visibility, and things like that. Apart from that, even the structure and design don't allow you to look as unique as you are. So, social media is for attention, your website is for ownership. The strategy is simple. Attract attention on social, direct it to something you own. Is it expensive? It's about 50 or 60 euros per year for good hosting. And if you have some technical skills and a little time to follow online tutorials, with the help of AI, you can build a simple website yourself nowadays. The third thing is what separates average professionals from powerful ones: the ability to speak in front of people. There's a famous study that shows number one fear people have is public speaking. The second is death. It sounds funny, but it's real. That doesn't mean that if you had to choose between speaking in public and dying, you'd choose that. Of course not. But statistically speaking, in everyday life, people more often find themselves anxious about standing in front of others and speaking their minds than facing situations that involve physical danger. And that says a lot about how deeply communication affects us. And that's exactly why this skill is so valuable. Because if you can speak clearly, you can communicate ideas, you can influence people, you can lead teams, you can inspire actions, and many other things. But this applies also everywhere. Meetings, job interviews, presentations, social media videos, and even family gatherings. In today's world, although I believe it has always been this way, if you can't communicate, your knowledge stays invisible and someone else will get hired, someone else will get promoted instead of you, which is a shame because you deserve it. My suggestion to you is to start this week. Find a Toastmasters club in your city and become a member. It's one of the best ways to begin in a real environment that is also very friendly and supportive. Memberships usually cost around 10 or 15 euros per month. So let's break this all together. Number one, learn how to present yourself clearly, briefly, and intentionally. Number two, build your presence online, but own your personal website. Number three, develop the ability to communicate and speak in front of people. Because at the end of the day, your brand is not what you think about yourself. It's what people understand about you. And it's your job to make that understanding clear, strong, and valuable. Thank you so much for watching. If you're working on your personal brand or thinking about it and need help, feel free to reach out and I'll be glad to share with you some ideas. Take care and I'll see you in the next one.